Okay, Monday, 2nd of September 2024. So, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Money Monday, Bitcoin and the other stuff. Now, Bitcoin Infinity Day. Technically, that was on the 21st of August, because it's a meme. There's a meme that goes in the Bitcoin space that's everything divided by 21 million, because it shows that Bitcoin has a fixed supply. It is a constant. It's an economic constant, meaning this number, this form of money, is fixed. There is no way to get more than 21 million Bitcoin or 210 quadrillion Satoshis, something like that. Because one Bitcoin has 100 million. Yes, 100 million Satoshis in it. Okay, now 21 million fixed supply, never going to change. Is encoded in the maths, and this is why also a lot of people who use it in general, the bigger the network grows, more users, more nodes, the stronger the incentive for the code not to change, to remain 21 million, because it's going to mess with what everyone already has. Why would they mess with something they have? And the more they're invested in it, in general, in terms of this, and the more they understand it, the less reason, the more powerful the reason will be not to change it. The fewer reasons they would have to change it. So that 21 million has continuously growing exponential amount of tension and energy and people's will and desire to keep it as it is. Why would they ruin their own thing? For example, I've got this thing. Why would I make it worse for myself? Why would I risk changing the code for something? Because it works as it is. Why change it? And the infinity being everything else in the world. Because there always can be more things created. And there's no limit to how many shirts, people, products, clothes, cars, phones, books, tables, chairs, selfie sticks, printers, DVDs, pencils, pens, rulers, walls, bricks, plaster, modems, cables, windows, glass, trees, clothes, food, you name it, everything around you. That either is no limit to how many can be created, or that limit itself is undefined. So, for example, there's a meme in the Bitcoin space that says Bitcoin has no top because fiat has no bottom, meaning that there's no limit to how much fiat can be printed in the world. Pounds, dollars, euros can be printed. How many come into existence through banking, through quantitative easing, whatever else. But on the flip side, the other end of the equation, infinity divided by 21 million, 21 million being the absolute constant, the fixed number of Bitcoin. So everything in here has to fit into this, meaning Bitcoin has to be repriced. So everything in the world can be valued in Bitcoin. Now, the current price of Bitcoin, that's today's price, by all means, but as this positive feedback loop, the game theory kicks into Bitcoin, it gets more and more exponential, basically. Price goes up, more users, more infrastructure, more tech, including more miners. More miners, the higher the hash rate. The higher the hash rate, the more secure the network gets. The more secure it becomes, the higher the price, because more people using it and knowing it and like it and trust it. The more, because it's secure, the more people that use it, the more the demand and supply there will be for infrastructure, apps, the killer app, Lightning Network, you name it, all these other things out there, including more miners will get into it, pushing the hash rate up, so it becomes exponentially more secure, so it becomes exponentially more harder to steal Satoshi's coins in his wallet. Because imagine those coins in his wallet as a honeypot, meaning it's a signal to the market. If you can crack this code, if you can beat the hash rate, reverse the transactions, get the private keys, whatever else, all these coins here are yours. If you can crack the code, and that code is exponentially getting more and more complex every 10 minutes, and it gets exponentially harder and harder to crack it. Fair enough. It's a honeypot. So that 21 million is going to get stronger and stronger. That the fixed enforcement to that 21 million is going to get stronger and stronger as the game theory plays out, as the positive feedback kicks in, all these other forces, the market forces, the people, these incentives, and then it's a black hole of money. Where I heard a long time ago, where all fiat goes to die, there's 21 million. All the money in the world has to go into this, and Bitcoin is going to reprice everything. And then when you follow that logic, it means that, interestingly, Bitcoin will make housing affordable. It will make the cost of living going down, as it's deflationary, meaning one Bitcoin will buy you more and more things over time. If you look at the past 10, 15 or so years, one Bitcoin buys you more and more things. Now, I did some maths with a client a few weeks ago that 10 years ago, it was 200 Bitcoin to buy one Lamborghini. Now it's 6. What will it be in 5, 10, 20 years from now? How many Bitcoin, how many Satoshis will you need to buy one Lamborghini in the future? I don't know. So that means that it's Bitcoin infinity divided by 21 million. That 21 million has to be repriced into the world. So then, interestingly, as people see Bitcoin itself as a store of value, hedge against inflation, debasement, but also entropy, that's an interesting conversation. As they see that, why would they hold on to more primitive analog assets to store their wealth or whatever else? Because those things are based in fiat, built on fiat, a fiat foundation. Can be printed, infinity. Again, Bitcoin has no top, no limit to the price, because fiat's got no bottom to how many can be printed. So if you're valuing things and building things on fiat, then that's a faulty foundation. Valuing things and building things on a Bitcoin foundation, also called a Bitcoin standard, colloquially called a Bitcoin standard, referred to as a Bitcoin standard, then you're in a much stronger foundation. You're pricing your wealth in something that's fixed. Money you can earn, money you can spend, apolitical, decentralized, permissionless, with a fixed supply. That fixed supply, that first principle of what Bitcoin is, among other things in general, make it extremely unique. Powerful thing. A powerful thing to understand and utilize in this world, this life, you name it. But this technology, this maths, because ultimately it's maths and code, and you could even go far to say it is the discovery of digital scarcity, meaning you can't copy and paste Bitcoin like you can copy and paste a Word document or a picture. No copying and paste. Nor can you reverse transactions either. But that's the technology of Bitcoin. So in the Bitcoin space, 21st of August is a bit of a meme day. Infinity divided by 21 million. Infinity 8 August, put on the side, infinity sign, 21 million Bitcoins, 21st of August. Makes sense. And then colloquially, people also tend to smash buy, just spontaneously buy, $21 worth of Bitcoin. Fair enough, culture, things like that. But the principle, the maths, the logic, the game theory behind it is extremely sound. And the premise is very sound as well. Worth understanding these things, what's happening in the world. Yeah. But otherwise, this is Adrian's Daily Vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. You will see me tomorrow.